June 6, 2021. This is Brian Cox from 209 East Aragon Road. I keep getting harassed by a Paul Gabaldon about this water rights thing, and him wanting to get into my property because he feels like I have his water restricted. I have no water restricted in my property. In fact, I've got the cleanest irrigation ditch probably along all of Aragon Road in Belen. I'm at just west of 200 East Aragon Road. I'm at the little pump station for the city here for the sewage. You can see there's an entrance to the irrigation for Paul Gabaldon. Now he goes and starts all the way down at the railroad tracks down there where the main irrigation ditch is. I'm not going all the way down there. I don't need to. But you can see as you come along this irrigation ditch and see how trashed and filled up it is. The restriction is all this crap that builds up, and I'll show you where a lot of it builds up at. Look at that. That's the exit. You can't even see the drainage. Look at all the trash in there, all the way down. All the way down. Yeah? And yet he has to come and harass me? Wait till we get to my house and then tell me. Who's harassing? Oh, look at this trash. See? Look at that. That's heading east on East Aragon Road towards 200. This is all the weeds in front. I can't get back there. Alright. Alright, we're about in front of 200 East Aragon Road. Now look at that. Huh? Look at that ditch. It's full. It's full. All the way down. Look at that. That's about the cleanest drainage pipe I've seen yet. This is under 200 East Aragon Road. Yeah. Look at the other side. Look at that. Look at that trash. Look at all that trash. Now right there, the water goes underneath. The water goes underneath 200 East Aragon from right there. That's been blocked off to go that way. Who did that? Who knows? So now we go across the street in front of 207 East Aragon. And as you can see, there's that house that's sitting right there. Now look at this. Huh? You can hardly even see that drainage pipe. Huh? Look at all that trash. Look at that. Huh? Now we're in front of 207 East Aragon. There's a vagrant that lives in here in this house. There's no electricity, no water, no gas. 2 years ago, the sewage line broke. And what he did is he built a trench from the house to the irrigation ditch. KOB4 did a news spot on it because of the fact the city didn't do much about it. Now here's the exit. And look at that trash, huh? Your vagrant is living in there. You can see his pots and pans sitting there. You can see his bike sitting there. There's no power, no gas, no water. Yet what he does is he throws all his trash out here. You can see all the burnt ashes up against the fence on the other side there. And that smells. It smells like food. Look at all that crap. See, that's where he had the sewer line draining out into the drainage ditch 2 years ago. Look at all that crap. Look at all that. Really? Now we're coming to the end of 207 East Aragon Road and coming up to my house at 209. Here's the problem. All that trash collects right here. And that's why I put that little guard up. It's a trap. Just like any commercial trap. They put them up so that they can trap all the trash and have one easy spot to clean it out instead of it spreading all the way down. This fence line right here is one that Gabaldon keeps tearing apart. I kept putting it back up, as you can see, but Gabaldon keeps tearing it down because he has to come out here and clean. But then now we're in 209 East Aragon. This is my property. Now, how much trash do you see? How much restrictions do you see here? You don't see any. And yet, Gabaldon has to come down and harass me about keeping this ditch clean. There's no reason. Then he says I'm restricting his water with those gates, the fencing in front. That's to trap the trash. There is none. It's also to secure my property and keep dogs and animals and people out. There's so much threat of theft around here, especially when you're living next door to some crackhead or meth head that's just waiting to jump on the possibility of stealing anything I have out here. Now look at that. There's no water restrictions. I have video of water running through here 2 years ago. Tuesday when he waters, I will have it again. I'll almost bet he doesn't even have a permit. And we need to check on that. There's no water restrictions down here. There's no trash in my ditch. And we're going along as I was saying, we're going along my ditch on the east side of my house to where it exits out. You don't see any restrictions in here. Any of those little bit of grass, I keep them chopped down and cleaned up. You can see it in previous pictures. Here's where the drainage did go that way at one time, but now it turns south from here. Now look at the trash inside here. Look at all the trash down in there. There's your restrictions too. If it backs up into my yard, it's because of that crap down there. All of that. Look at that. All the way down along the fence line. I will go down and I'll go get to the backyard and we'll go videotape that as well. All right, now we're at that turn where it turns south. The ditch turns south. I'm on my side of the fence and you can see the trash along inside that ditch. Look at all that. Look at all that. Huh? I've had the city contacted the preservation people, or ever what they're called, code enforcement, and asked them to have these guys clean up this property because of the fire hazard. Also the fire hazard behind 207 East Aragon Road. They haven't done that as well. They never got the guy to clean up the sewage next door at 207 East Aragon. Look at this trash. Huh? Yeah, Gabaldon tells me when I told him to clean up this, he says he can't get over here because it's not his property. Well, by God, he doesn't own my property either. Now, let's get a better look. See, that's the ditch on the east side of my house of 209 East Aragon. And if there's any restrictions of water flowing through my property, there's where it is, right there, folks. Plain as day. Look at all that. Look at that. Look at all that crap back there. Look at all that trash. Huh? Gabaldon has no reason to harass me. He has none. Look at that. Looks like he needs to come and clean some other ditches before he starts harassing me about mine. The city needs to do something about the trash next door. They also need to do something about the house that's being vacated, or that's being not vacated, that's being lived in by the vagrant that lives over there. He has no power, no gas, no water. He's dumping trash into this irrigation ditch with food. It's all rotten. You can smell it. And what happens? That crap comes into my yard, and then I have to smell it, just like I did with the sewer 2 years ago. Gabaldon did not water in 2020, period. I also question the fact that even if he has a permit, I doubt he even has a permit. Here, this is Gabaldon's real issue. This fence has been here forever. It was folded down for many years. Trash would collect right here. He'd tear up that fence right there to get in here. And then what he would do is he'd start folding this fence back. And I'd fold it back down. And then I put another piece in front of it. I doubled it up. You can see there's 3 layers of fencing right here. Because I was tired of all that trash coming into my yard, and I have to clean it up. Gabaldon didn't come into my yard to clean that trash up. He never did. What he's done is he keeps tearing up my property. I don't go to his house and tear up his fencing. He also 4 years ago came and with a tiller on the other side over there and tilled out the ditch. He did not get any permission. He did not get any the digging thing to where find out where all these the gas line, the water line, the sewer line is at. He didn't do any of that. He came in and he tilled this area and threw everything up on top. Piled everything on top. The other end has fencing in it. He never worries about that one because it collects all the trash from all the way up from the other end. Look at the drainage pipe. The size of it. Bigger than any other drainage pipe you see along here. The dirt line. It's already at the bottom of that right there. There's no trash built up. His issue is he thinks that this will sit there and stop his water. By God, it doesn't stop any of that water. It flows right through. And he didn't come in and clean up that trash. I have to clean it up. 2 years ago, he came with a tiller and I caught him in this side over here. I made him stop and I called the police. The police have been out here a number of times. I don't know what they tell him. But he came in here trying to till this ditch. For what? He needs to clean up these other ditches first before he even worries about this. See, look at the bottom of the cement there. My father-in-law did that. That dirt is about the same level as where that concrete is. This is nothing but harassment. Pure harassment. I'm tired of it. And I'm sick of it.